Have you considered the possibility?
Wait,
Have you considered the possibility that you're a very toxic female?
Yes, I do. I consider myself toxic.
Okay.
I have a
Glad
lot
we're
of
on the same
toxic
page.
traits.
Do you take pride in that?
I don't take pride in toxicity. Absolutely not. But
Is it worth fixing?
Yes, like I go to therapy, I work on my mental health, and I try to better myself. I have personal things that make me like toxic towards men. That's why I've been.
Is this a moment of self-awareness on the part of this modern woman, or is it just another excuse? Let's find out.
Do you hate men?
I don't hate men. Like the general statement of it is just silly because it's like.
Is it?
Yes, because
is
it's
it
not
silly
serious.
if I were to say I hate
Everyone
women?
knows if I post that I'm being like goofy. And it's not fun.
If a man were to say
a violent statement for me.
If a man were to say that he hates women, would you object to that statement?
Yeah.
Would it be a sexist statement?
Yeah, but
is it a sexist statement for you to say that you hate men?
Yeah, it was sexist, but it's such a different, like, it's different context. If a man says that, it's like, to me, I immediately think it's violence.
This statement by this woman in and of itself exposes the false promise of feminism. According to her, a man tweeting, "I hate all women," can't be funny, can't be just a joke, it's inherently threatening, but her tweeting, "I hate all men," is a joke, is totally lighthearted and without true malice, and not the same thing. But if men and women are truly equal, then this shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be threatening to her when a man were to hypothetically tweet that he hates all women. To me, it's interesting how she says she views a man saying, "I hate all women," as inherently violent, while the reverse isn't inherently violent, is an opinion she's able to still hold in her mind, while she also admits that she has a sort of toxic view and relationship to men in general. You'd think there'd be a little bit more critical reflection, but there isn't. And she's just admitting that she's toxic because on some level she probably knows that she is, but she isn't taking this to its logical conclusion. She isn't sincerely analyzing how she is actually actively toxic towards men.
Like it's
violent.
How
would that be violence?
It's a violent statement to say.
How could that be violence? How could you empirically demonstrate?
I can't empirically demonstrate
so
the
then
empirical
you're just making
evidence.
it up. So you're just making it up.
In my opinion.
Okay.
That's in my opinion.
Do you hate men? Because it was your tweet. Do you hate men?
No.
Okay. Do you hate men?
I hate patriarchal structures.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Let's hear that again.
Okay.
That's in my opinion.
Do you hate men? Because it was your tweet. Do you hate men?
No.
Okay. Do you hate men?
I hate patriarchal structures.
What feminists have taught women is that living in a male-dominated society, or a society where men have any political power at all, will be unsafe and violent. And really and truthfully, it stems from a hatred of all men. That's why that woman paused before she said that. She blames men for all of the world's problems.
It's crazy to me because I don't hate women. If you ask me if I hate women, I can very quickly answer that question, but you had to pause. I think it sounds like I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you kind of do. It's not clear to me exactly what your answer is.
Being around men. I don't hate men. I agree with her.
But it's shocking to me. This seems like in the same way with the discussion about physical strength. I'm literally giving you such a layup here I'm asking you if you hate men.
I don't want the little men watching, the little
answer
boys
to me
watching
would
to think that they're hated. I don't want the teenage boys watching this to think that they're hated.
Yeah, why not?
I really
You're just punching up.
But they're
you just punch it up.
I say men, and like personal. It's just jokes from my personal experience.
So the problem though with expressing that stuff online is those teenage boys, if they're watching this show or if they're listening to you guys right now, they're going to think to themselves, man, there's a lot of women in this world that just straight up hate the kind of man that I want to become.
But you guys frame it. You guys know how to frame it more towards that way because, like,
you're literally just expressing that
majority
you hate
of
men.
women.
You guys are expressing that you hate men online.
I said I did.
It's and I express that as jokes. Like it is jokes
You
and me
can't just
being goofy.
throw out a statement and then
I'll
backtrack
understand
and
that
claim
it
it's a
it's
joke.
toxic. It's a toxic thing to say. Yes.
So I feel
This
like
is
I
like
could
the
even grant it, and I could even say it's okay, fine, sure. You're
But
just
I
joking
hate
around,
having
you're-
it shown
You're just kidding. No,
on
no
this
big deal.
platform where there's a bunch of teenage boys
My
that are
issue
really
actually
going to
comes in
think
when you say
very seriously about that statement.
She does hate men. She does have problems with men. She has issues with the male sex, and that's why she acts in the way that she does. That is the simple truth of the matter. She has problems with men, and she can't get around that. She hates men. It's just a fact. She has an issue with every man. She has an issue with male authority.
when you say it's
What's up?
toxic
Sit back a little
that
bit.
men do the exact same thing, that's where I'm like, wait a second. So, okay, this is all funny, haha, I'm just kidding, I'm
I
joking.
admitted that it was toxic on my side too.
Yeah.
But
Hey guys, hey,
It's
I
personal.
have an idea. Let's shift this conversation in a more positive note. Would it be possible to express 3 things that you guys love about men?
yes, of
Yeah?
course.
What 3 things do you love about men?
I like men. I like that they can be really soft, vulnerable, and they are really generous people.
What? What? Tell me she didn't say that. They're soft and vulnerable, and they're also Tell me she didn't say that. This can't be real. This woman was really just like, they're weak and they give me stuff. That's why I like men. They're weak and they give me stuff.
First
In
2
my
are
opinion.
very feminine traits, but I hear you.
Nashunabo donated $200. Azir, I gave you a W and you threw it in the trash. Can a black man say he hates white women? Is that punching up or down?
Just watch
Who's
Fretch
more
and
oppressed? Careful. Hassan might see this.
You want to answer that?
Wait, I don't.
He said,
Okay,
can
all
I...
right.
You want to move on from it?
Well, it's just you didn't hear it or whatever.
Just, Hassan, if you watch,
He's
I
saying,
just, I love you.
he's asking,
Yo,
can a
bring
black
back up the
man
Twitter.
say he hates white women? Is
Hold
that
on,
punching
one sec,
up?
Nick.
Wait,
Bring it back, bring it
they
back.
said that Hassan said
Bring it
he
back.
hates white
No,
women.
he's
Just
asking
are you
you.
punching up if a black man were to say that? Is that punching up? Because
I mean, I've heard them say that.
but
and
is it
I
punching
think so.
up is the
Yeah, I
question.
do think that.
Here, I'm gonna just get through the tweets. Go ahead. I'm in the mood to be mean to men again. Nice as your won't be back. Huh? No, we didn't do that one, Nick. Won't be back for another 6 months. You're in a mood to be mean to men again. Okay.
It's just the position.
All right, next. Me before lining up a group of men who have harmed a woman in any way, and mercilessly shooting them execution style. You're talking about violence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime you meet a woman like this who has an issue with men as a whole, she is just seething constantly internally. You should remember that. She is just constantly seething at men. You are living rent-free in her head.
That's rather violent, don't you think?
matter because she doesn't have the institutional power.
No, I'm admitting that I was going through a toxic time period.
It's not just toxic; it's misandrist and sexist.
It was misandrous. I was a misandrous for a long time.
Are you still are though?
I'm
aren't you?
not. No, I'm trying to work through like any of that
Okay.
because I'm still learning. I'm 23. Like
She's 23? She looks 27, pushing 30. Is that just me or am I crazy? Tell me in the comments, I'm not sure. She looks older than 23, I'll just say that.
Sure.
there's a lot to learn
Next,
in this
Nick.
life and to change.
I'm really tired of liking the same muscular blonde e-boys. Where's the flavor of my dad taught me better than this? He said to stay away from white men.
I
did
grew up
you-
in a Hispanic family, so yes.
Why did he tell you that?
Because traditionally in like Hispanic households, it's like that.
How many tweets are there?
Guys are so lucky you have so many options for girls. Meanwhile, they're like 2 attractive men where I live. Bye. Okay, that's
I
not
live
that
in a
bad.
small town. I live
Okay,
in a small
whatever.
town.
Next. Is there next? The only thing broke men have to offer is dick. Please leave me the F alone.
See, he thinks that
Sorry.
one's funny.
That's pretty funny.
But it is true. Like that was a true statement. I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 were. I'm not gonna
If
Sure.
he's too
Bounce.
broke
I'm
to
not
buy
gonna
a condom, then
piggyback
there's a
off
Next.
or
problem.
back from.
The only,
At the end of that, I heard something, too broke to buy a condom. That's pretty funny considering a lot of women will be perfectly fine if you don't wear one, or will ask you not to wear one.
why do men not think they can't be used for sex too? Any men I spoke to this year, I cared just as much about you as you did me or less. You good? Question mark. Okay.
This is
Nice.
definitely so towards somebody like specific.
Look, the only thing broke men have to offer is dick. A mid-ass
This is
Spotify playlist on the audacity. Please collapse under full moon and stay the hell away from me. I'd rather fuck Scarecrow. Okay.
And here you have it. All of this misandry, all of this contempt for men is because some man she liked in the past hurt her, made her feel bad, made her cry. That's why she hates all men now. Because you heard it right from the horse's mouth, all these tweets were directed at someone in particular.
Next.
Hashtag
I'm Richard. No straight men are allowed consumption of my music by any means. If a straight man is caught listening, dancing, or vibing to music made by me, consequences will be extreme but vary. Maybe fine $300 to my Cash App. Okay, next.
because my music is for the gays, girls, LGBTQ plus.
Not that any straight man would actually want to listen to her music, but again, there you have it, a complete contempt and hatred for heterosexual men.
Okay. I hope
They
my
understand
music.
it.
I hope my music makes men uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's so girly, it's so hyper feminine.
I hope my music. Do you think? What about if we were to replace men with? I hope my music makes. Just input any other group of individuals in place of men.
Listen to any rap song, like actually ever, or any rock song ever.
Any rock song ever, like
Any
Pearl
rock
Jam,
song.
Ledbetter. That's super
Just
example of misogyny.
yes,
Just
it's all
various Pearl Jam
misogynistic.
songs.
So I'm
Pearl
like,
Jam songs. Okay.
I mean,
You said any rock song.
I mean,
so.
just like rocks, just male. A lot of
70s, 80s rock.
I would argue most like rock songs, if you listen to them, especially like they're typically like guys almost
Okay, well, you listen to
pedestalizing
I
women.
Believe in
you
God
listen to like
Almighty.
Blink
I
182
believe-
songs. They're like basically simping. They're talking about love and all
Well,
this
I
shit.
know, yeah. Like, there's love songs, but I'm saying that there's a lot of misogyny in male music, so I was just making a joke.
Okay, fine. Next one. I stopped talking to men and hooking up with randos, and I feel innocent again, childlike. Okay,
Why
I can
were
enjoy
my
things
tweets? My tweets are not this
without
interesting.
having to think about a man at the end of the day.
This
okay,
is not. I
Next.
feel bad for the other girls in the room.
You can tell she's embarrassed by this. This is just everyday stream of consciousness stuff for her, and it's embarrassing. Because she knows it reveals a lot about who she really is.
This is how to properly treat a high-value man, ladies. Take notes. Come home, please. The kids scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And is this you who sent this? I don't know. Send a video of you sobbing real tears, and I might.
Yes, because I like a man with
Show dedication.
vulnerability.
You mean?
Vulnerable. I can't say that word right now. I'm
Okay,
having a
next,
stuck moment.
Next tweet, Nick.
She can't even say the word vulnerability. I could be near blackout drunk and still say vulnerability. I am not allowed to express my full opinion on this site. Anyway, the reason that she says she likes vulnerability in men, and the reason women like her say they like vulnerability in men, is because they have some sort of animus. They have some sort of anger, some sort of hatred towards men. They want to see men taken down a peg, taken down a notch. And that is why they say they like seeing vulnerability in men. Because women don't like that, fundamentally. Women like men who are providers. Women like men who are confident. Women like men who are strong. So the only reason a woman would say that she likes a man who isn't like that, or who shows moments of vulnerability, is because she herself feels weak and damaged, and she feels that a man showing his vulnerability, she feels like she can exploit that. So she can feel strong because she already feels weak. It is an essentially predatory and maladaptive view of men, espoused by a woman who admits that she has a toxic relationship with men generally speaking. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Please share it. That's the most important thing you can do to support this channel. And Red Channels will catch you in the next one.